Greetings everyone, this is Elizabeth. We are back in this video doing some more cards from the Joy of Sharing card kit from Stampin' Up. The last video I showed you some cards I made in a class with Nancy Stamps, and we worked mainly on the 5x7s, which is basically what it comes with, is the 5x7 and all the little bits and baubles that I showed you in the last video. But today I want to focus on other sizes and using other elements, not just what comes in the kit, so that you can make these supplies last and do lots and lots and lots of cards. So this card, I don't remember what this card was. I guess it doesn't matter. 4.5 by 6.5. 4.5 by 6.5 gives the gold framing a little bit of room. And we just chopped up the actual card panel and used that. So we made our own card base of the 6.5 by 4.5. I'm not going to work with this size in this video. I am going to make some more to go with this though. But I thought I would look at this size, which is, it's the small one. It's the 4.25 by 5.5. And this is the size of those card packs that you can buy pretty much anywhere. Let me pull one out. They come, some of them come with color on them, one side or the other, and say you bought them and you're like, I don't know what to do with them. Ta-da, it's gone. Now you just have a blank card. It's changed. So you can use these card bases if you're like, I don't know what to do with them. I don't know why I bought them. Like me. But yeah, so these are the, let me look again, 4.25 by 5.5 card fronts. So if you do a card base and you want the base to shine, you just take off either a 1/2 inch on one long side and one short side, so it'll give you a 1/4 inch border around. I'm not doing that. I'm going to do full size because eventually I do want to cover these little pink things up. So these is just from a paper pack with plaid. Where did I get this one? This one is a hot buy from Recollections. So Michael's, I think. And for these ones, I am going to use the little bits, just not the card base. So if you have extras of these, this is what you can do. I am not putting a sentiment on this one. This one, I haven't decided if I want to go that way or that way. I figured I would just use some of these little flowers and just do a fun little bit like this. Maybe not that one. Maybe the big one. See, and that's what's great. They're paper, they're already ready to go. You just pick and choose. So I have the big leaf there. I'm going to hide the big leaf there. Maybe do that. Oh, that's better. And then I can do a sentiment on the inside of the card. So this one's all ready to go. See how easy? Cut a chunk of color. Grab a couple of pieces of this ephemera and you're good and golden. Although I've lost my tape. Okay, I hid it under the stamps. And you know, let's pop this guy up on some gold. Do I have a chunk of gold? So here's where this stuff comes in. Ooh, they're very tangly. So you pop out a center and we don't throw it away. because that's a lot of real estate right there. Okay, get that over there. We're going to line this up on this side, I guess. Try and get a nice chunk out of there. Do a little bit across the top, a little bit across the bottom. Okay, so we're gonna just line that up a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna take it to my trimmer and get really close with that. A little bit shorter. Hold on, I'll be right back. There we go. So I just used the trimmer, trim that up, and then I'm gonna grab the scissors, and then all we have to do is fussy cut around this part. Start back a little bit. Going to the first turn, a little wide there. And it doesn't have to be perfect because some of that's going to be hidden anyways, and you can see it's a little crooked right there. I shall just make sure that part's covered up. A little bit across the top. A little bit across the bottom. Come on. Now, it didn't take me very long to decide how to lay these out. I picked a size that I wanted to do, picked a couple of the colors that I wanted to use, and then I just threw some bits on top and let them fling around a little bit, and you saw I just edited out this one here because I was like, no, we're gonna go with 2 big flowers, which we're gonna do down first. You can use your glue stick, you can use whatever adhesive you want. Because I have so much stuff laying around, I'm not gonna... Okay, so very first thing, I don't want them the same direction. We're gonna flip that one up, I think. And I'm gonna get it super close to the edge, but not off the edge, because this is the actual card front. And then I'm going to turn this one around because I want to hide the big leaf. Okay. And then this one, we're going to pop up. Little dab there. Little dab there. And then, where's my scissors? Gonna just cut these out. Cut it in half. That's what I like about these sheets of Pop Dots. The big fatties. You can just use every little bit of them. Okay. Peel. Yeah. And it's going to give me fits with the last one. There we go. And then here's another. It's like, do we want it up? Do we want it down? Oh, no, we want it up, but do we want it Actually, we're going to do this, and we're going to flip it over. There we go. I like that. Now this is pretty much ready. It goes on a card front and you have a done card. If you want to just put it in a container like this with a bunch of done fronts, then it doesn't take up as much room. I mean, a little bit less room, but you can save done panels, and then when you go to make a card, you can plop it on and you're ready to go. So there's that one. And then this one, I already did the golden first, but we're going to turn this one on its side. Like, ooh, you know what? Where are those red tags? How about, I'm going to just snip it right in half. And we're going to put, oh yeah, look at that. We're going to do little flags on the other sides. Let's scooch those up a little. Okay. Put those down. Come on, let go. Nope. There we go. Okay, so we're going to stick this one right on that line. Let's see, following this bottom line here. And we're just going to be a hair away from the edge. And down that one goes. Okay, and then this will be right in the center of it all. One across the top, one across the bottom. And normally when I craft without filming, I do clean up as I go. It does make life a lot easier. So I'm going to line this lump here in the center of that. Just like that. Okay. And then that's just so cute. Oh, you know what? I was thinking of a sentiment for this one. Let's do that. Let's put these at the bottom. So we're going to flip that around. Nope, I don't like that. I wish these were in reverse. Okay, don't like that either. Needs to stick out just a hair. There we go. That looks better. And then a sentiment. And yeah, I already set that down. But that's okay, because it will still fit in the Misty. But I don't want to use the little sentiments I have. And that big one takes up too much room. So what I did is I just pulled out all of my stamps that had things to do with Christmas. Yes, I think that's the one. We're going to go with this one, just like that. And since I haven't used this stamp yet, I'm definitely going to put it in my Misty. Put my card down in there. Put that in there. Gonna get it up a little bit higher so our little foliage will have a good home. And I'm gonna check over here. Yeah, that looks straight. Close enough. So I've got some red and green going on. I think I will do a little red and green combo. So I'm going to take the red across the top. And then I'm going to take the green across the bottom and into the red a little bit. Okay. Kind of split the middle winter word in half. Gently pressing. Ooh, look at that. Yeah. I love it when something goes right. Get her little towel, wipe her little sentiment. Put that back. Oh, just like that. Put the Misty away until next time, and then let's just glue them down this time. Okay, that way there we have a little bit of placement time. So I can scooch them around if I need to. And oh, I did actually pretty good. I'm going to arch it just a little bit, so I'm going to angle those. And I'm going to slide you up just a little bit more. There we go. Look at that. A little bit of glue showing. That's all right. Give it a gentle wipe. And another one completed. And I will probably go through and make 4 more similar but different styles for this set. So I have 6 of them. Now let's go. Do we want to go slimline or square next? Let's go square because it's sitting right here. All right. So 6 by 6, because you can take a 12 by 12, cut it in half, and voila, right? I did 6 by 6, 4.5 by 4.5, only because I thought it would look fun with a chunkier doodad. I was in debate over making this. You know what? If we did I'm thinking, I know it's gonna break my brain here, but you know what? What was I thinking on this one? I was thinking to elongate this. That's what I was. Let me cut this in half. So this little piece is right up to the edge, an odd size. It is 3.5, a little over 3.5, 3, which is 1.5 is half. It doesn't have to be perfect. Close enough. We'll put the bigger side on the bottom. Okay, just like that. Because what I was thinking, we'll skip on that one this time. Okay, let's get this little beastie glued down. Kind of eyeball it. I don't measure everything. I don't have time for that. Okay, so now there's that. Put this piece at the bottom. And I wanted it not touching the bottom. Me and the glue. And you can see I cut it crooked. Does not matter. The point is just kind of get it in half ish. Oh no, we gooed up on that side. I don't want it oozing out, so just wipe it to the center and wipe the excess on the towel. Rotate. Now the important part here, keep your fingers out of the glue. We're gonna line it up the best we can with the other end. But we're gonna get it right to that edge. Maybe. Okay. So now we have that, which is fantabulous. And then I remember now we had, let's see. Nope. Do we want the medium one? All right, so there's the medium one, and that looks super, super crooked. And as you can see, it made a gooey mess, but you know what? I'm not worried about it. I'm just going to put a strip of tape right down the center because it didn't rip through the front of the paper. It's actually a decent card stock that they use. Now, if I mess this up this time, there won't be any replacing it. Let's see what that looked like. That looks better. Nope. Oh my goodness. Easy card. Come on now. Okay. It is what it is now. Okay, and then we're going to use, I think, two mediums. Two mediums on the outside. Found my little tape. Andy's. Didn't pull off enough. Okay. Had too much tape for the one, but not enough for the second one. And we don't want it to go to waste, so we just make it work. Ta-da! Okay, so we're gonna stick that one out there. And I'm going off the edge just a hair there, so I'll want to do the same on the other side. Turn that leaf there, and then this one right through the center. Now at this point you could be done. You just mount it on a 6x6 card. You'll just want to decide if you want it to open from the top or from the side. There we go. Okay. You could do a little sentiment on the top and bottom. I'm going to leave mine for the sentiment on the inside. Now, the pine cones, they come in different sizes. I took one of the smaller of the two single pine cones, and I went in there and I fussy cut that sucker out of the white so that I could pop this up in here. And I think I'm going to put it right there, but I don't want these ginormous Ginormikins. I've lost my little poppers. Little poppers. I will use you because I've lost the ones from the kit. Oh well. They'll turn up when I go to do my cleaning. So I'll put a little square there. Little square there. And one more right there. Ta-da! And then we're gonna unstick it for me. Set that little booger. Where do we want that? Like right there? There we go. And now we now have dimension on our simple little card. Okay, so there's that one. So the other card is using less of the kit because, let's be honest, you'll probably have the little tidbits left over and not any of the card parts. So I took a rubber stamp. This one's by Recollections. I don't know if they still make these ones, but stamped it with some white. Then I did an embossing over it, and then I painted it with, this is actually the Brutus Monroe pigment ink. I just used a paintbrush and painted it on. And then I actually used red and blue paint to make purple, the red paint, some red, yellow, and white to get the peachy color. And then this bear, I painted it white, and then, no joke, took a paintbrush and painted some distress ink on top of him. Went back over his eyes, which are embossed with the weird clear embossing. And that is like super blurry. There we go. But I just went over it with a Sharpie and then dabbed it with the white gel pen. And I didn't paint his gloves. They just stayed black for the paper. So we're going to put that on the center of this. Okay. Do a piece across the top. Piece across the bottom. He's not holding a lot of weight, so that's all I'm going to do. If I was going to put a bunch of stuff on this card panel, I would probably do down the sides and one in the middle. But we don't have that problem with this one. And it is down. And then for this, Simple Elements. From the kit, we have the red banner, the white banner, and then this. And I'm just going to layer them up just like that. The sentiment will go on the inside. I do like my sentiments on the inside so I don't have to write as much. And if you purchase cards from Hallmark and all of those, that's where their sentiment is. Right on the inside. So I just put a strip of tape down the center. And I'm going to eyeball it to the center, and we're going to line the lump up with that. Right about there, I think. No. Can I peel it off because I don't like it? I didn't push very hard. Sheesh. Okay, let's try this again. There we go. Okay. And then we're going to put our little... And at this point here, you could either pop up the foliage part or leave it flat. Or pop up this whole banner. But I think I'm just going to leave it flat. And we already had some tape on there. So we'll off with his head. And then right across the bottom, I'm going to line the black up with the center of the banner. And hopefully have enough room on both sides. Scooch that up just a hair. My black must be crooked, but that's okay. Ta-da! So this was using a stamp I already had. Some leftover cardstock from the other cards. I have only cut up one sheet, and that one sheet of 12 by 12 cardstock has done 3 cards so far. Plus I have bits to do more. Okay. So, fabulous. Now, if you're thinking, like I'm thinking, like this is missing something, I think it's just missing something. Are we missing some gold? Nope. Well, are we? Are we missing? No. It needs something though. What does it need? Does it need... Nope. It needs something. Oh, there we go. Is that the small one? Yeah, that's the small one. Okay, and that'll hide my little blemish that I made too. So fabulous. And the glue I'm using, I don't even know if they still make it. When that is all gone, I'm going to have to invest in some other glue. Like the glitter art glue. And down it goes. And now, there we go. That's a little better. So that is another done panel. All we got to do is cut the base for it. So we've got 2 6x6 and 2 4 by 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Oops, sorry for bumping you. We're gonna go into the Slimline. Is this one? Yeah, we'll do this one first. Now this one here, it's going to be a little bit more detailed because I don't want it white. But say I don't have any cardstock that I want to go with it. I probably do, but I don't want to get up and look because I'm that fabulous. Okay, I got to get these little bits out of here because they're driving me insane. Baby. Flinging the garbage everywhere. Okay, so for this one, this is the 3.5 by 3 by 8, so that when it goes onto the front of the 3.5 by 8.5, there will be a border. So when I'm done with this, I'll have to find something to back it with, but that'll be just dandy. So before we begin, these are our colors. We've got gold, we got that, and we got this. Now these little squares are 2 by 2 squares that I cut out of the card base. Chop that sucker right up. And I was able to get 6 of those squares off of half of one of those card bases. So that's 2 cards out of half of a card base. We're gonna go with some, nope, that's too bright. We're gonna go with this one and this one, and you know, those are what I used last time too. And maybe this one. And this one. Kind of pull in all the colors a little bit. Okay. So, first things first, I'm going to go into the lighter colors. Okay. Now, that really wasn't lighter. Now, I am using a small brush. I'm not being particular. I don't care if it makes stretching or swirly marks or anything like that, because we're going to layer in some color. And I do ink blend right on the mat, my glass mat. One, you can pick that color up and put it back in here. Oh, look at how swirly beautiful that is. Okay. Oops. I'm going to wipe my brush a little bit, just to make sure I get more of a truer color of this other one. It's probably the same color, who knows. And I'm going to just and I don't know if you can see when I do this, I'm tapping and swirling, and then I want it, if I go straight, I know it's going to leave a funny marks. So I kind of do a swishy so that when it does leave a harsh mark, it's kind of purposeful, directional. Okay. So we have these, and they're almost leaf-like. Okay. They're almost leaf-like. Very natural. They have a little bit of a swoop to them. Okay, so there's that. Now I'm going to go for a bigger brush because I don't want it as choppy as this. And we're going to go in a little bit of brown. Might as well mix it with the green a little bit. And I'm just going to hit the edge with this color. And see, it's not very dark. It's just enough to give a little more dimension to the edge. And see, I don't have a lot on my mat to clean up. It's going pretty good right into the card. Now, I'm going to use the same brush. Now, the tea dye is a little bit lighter. So I'm going to clean the mat. Hopefully it's lighter. I think it is. Because I do want this to go in all over. Fill in any white spots that I had. Just totally, oops, dirty this up. Oh yeah. So now our white paper is not so white. And I don't think we'll use the red. I like these colors. Ooh. You know what? I am going to use the red. I'm going to take the red very gingerly right across here. And I'm at a slight angle so it catches the front. Okay. And it almost looks brown on here, but that's okay. Just ever so gently. Oh, okay. Now I'm going to show you what that looks like against some white paper. Okay. Hopefully. Okay. I need to turn out the one light because I think that's my shadow. Does that look better? Oh, I think it looks better, maybe. Okay. So now you can see my white paper is no longer white. Okay. And that's more of a creamy color now. Okay. And I can't wait to get a new setup. And now if I go to put it on another card, you're going to have this nice, crisp line of separation. And it will help it just pop off of there. Unless you go to a darker color, which, you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. It's ready to go. Now with this set, I've got the 3 pieces. In this piece, I cut just a little bit bigger because I wanted to border the inside one. So these are 2 by 2, and I think this was a 2 1/4, 2 1/2. I don't know. It's enough to give it a border. I forgot to write it down. And I'm not good at math. So I'm just going to put this right through the center on the diagonal. Because I'm crazy for the diagonal. No. Let's get that up. Get this little booger centered in here. And voila. Now these two I'm not backing because I backed these little guys. I put them on the gold. And it was nice because, you know, I was able to cut one square and back one piece on the center leftovers. So definitely make use of those leftovers. Okay, so this one goes here. This one goes here. Oops. And this one goes here. All right. Now these ones are going to be a little interesting because I wanted to do a diamond shape on here. So I got to be a little bit more careful with my layout. And hopefully I don't stick these down where I don't want them. Okay. So if I do this, I'm gently laying that down, so hopefully it doesn't stick. Oh, I think it just stuck. Nope. Yay. Whew. Let me tell you. Gonna gently scooch this around. No pressing, no pressing. Because we want this one right in the center. And I don't mind that it hangs off. Because, remember, this is going to go on another piece. Okay, and so it's not going to stick out of the card at all. I'm having a little bit more room. Feels like there's more room on that side. So I'm going to just... Do I want it out? Yeah, I want it out. I don't know what I want. I'm going to slide this closer to the edge, which means I need to slide this closer, too close, and kind of eyeball it. If you like it, yeah, down it goes. All right, so then this little bobble will go there, this little bobble will go there, or maybe like that, I'm not quite sure. And then this one was going to go in the center. All right, let's do some taping. And you can pop any of this up. I mean, you leave it flat to save on postage. But if you want it sticking up because you're going to hand deliver it, you could do these in so many layers. You could do this two green squares flat, pop up the center one, leave the flower flat, but then pop up these guys on the end. The possibilities are literally endless. And here's the debate. If they'd have just gave us a sheet with reversed images, this would have sat right here beautifully. Yes, I know. I got to be particular. So the question is, I think we'll do it like this. Okay. And then this little booger. Oh, you know what? I should have inked up. Yeah, let's ink up the edges. So that they're not stark white. I mean, we have no white on the anywhere, and I'm not worried about it. I'm just going to go right in, ink right on there, because it's going to blend in with the green on the paper, and it'll wipe off the gold. So now I wouldn't do this if the paper underneath was white though. And then just wipe off the gold piece. I keep dropping my towel. It doesn't want to hang out with me today. Okay. Ta-da! And then we'll do this little piece like so. Now granted, if you're gonna do this, it is gonna take you longer than the length of this video to get all of these done, because I did pre-cut some stuff before beginning this video. You know what? I think this one needs, where's the teeny one? Yeah, there we are. We're gonna, oops, that was a little too dark. Maybe. Okay, we're gonna do that, but we want the thin pop-ups. Did I really lose them again? Okay, where'd I put them, guys? Did I throw them back? I don't know. Are these the ones I was using? Look at me forget what I'm doing. Nope, can't use that. Tweezers. Tweezers. Surgery, people. Surgery. I'm gonna pop this little booger right up. Ta-da. All right, and then we're just gonna pop that little booger right in the center. That's better. Ta-da! Let me put you on pause. I'm gonna go find a paper for this, I think. Hold on a sec. Did not have to go far. I'm using some leftover of the red from the other cartons. And look. So this is the 8.5 by 3.5, which gives us a nice little 1/4 inch border. Isn't that lovely? Oops. And peel. All right, and then we'll go to our last slimline design. Yeah, it's looking good. Let me grab the parts for that. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing with the ink blending. Okay, we're going to do, you know what? Let's not do the same thing because that has a lot more. Yeah, let's do the same thing. I don't know. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? Let's do 2 shades of like reddish color. So it's different, right? I'm going to put it down here, actually, because I want to blend them a little bit. We're going to go and see, I had some of the brown left on that brush. I'm not too worried about it because it'll just give us a nice base to start with. And big swirls with my little brush is going to do some crazy stuff. But again, they're big swirly motions, okay? Big swirly motions. Okay, now we're going to do something different. because that's what we're here for, right? Where's squirt bottle? Squirt bottle! Spurts, spurts. Okay, are we ready? Tap. Ooh, yeah. Tap. Yeah. Not quite enough water. We're going to get a little bit more right there. And then we're going to get right in the middle. Look at that. Smooshing going on. And see, if you were ink blending on paper, you wouldn't be able to ink smoosh your leftovers. And so say like you have another sheet of paper handy. Never mind my Batman's symbols. I'm working on another project. And I needed to decide what to do. So I printed them out. And they're not what I need, so I have to print them again. But you pick up your leftover color and I can die cut some leaves or whatever with that. And literally I have nothing much to wipe up aside from the water and a little bit of color. So definitely utilize your glass mat. Have some scraps of paper to the side. And then you can do some ink smooshing with your leftovers. So back to this one. Just 2 shades of pinks, reds, whatever you want to use there. Okay. Now this one, I do want to attack the edges a little bit. How do I want to attack the edges though? Let's clean that because we know there's some red in there. I do want to darken up the edges. And brown goes with pretty much everything because everything makes brown. So. Nice vintage look. Oops. Okay. The paper's buckled, of course, because we got it wet. But as soon as we get it taped down and stack some stuff on top of it, it'll flatten out. If I don't wrinkle the cradolis out of it first. Okay. So now we've got the nice light edge. We're going to go through and just hit it with this. And this one I'm scraping because I don't mind if it goes a little bit crazy. And I'm going to add some extra marks in there, like, there we go. Okay. Very fun, different, clean the mess, or ink smoosh it out. Okay. All right. Just gonna roll it back on itself a little bit so it'll sit flatter. Now this one I thought I would do a little bit differently, but not much. I'm going to go straight with those ones. I'm going to turn that on its little corners there. And then, do I want... I've been debating if I wanted to foil them. Yes, I want to foil them. Gosh, dang it. Put those in some gold. But this is what I did. I fussy cut them out. This one, I'm still fussy cutting because what I'm doing is I'm taking this center 5 here. And I want that cut out the best. So if I make an accident on something else, it's not a big deal. But I am going to save those pieces that I'm not using. And so I'm going to get right up in here and follow the leaf I want. And I'm just doing little nibbles so that I don't cut too much. Okay. Same thing, just follow the leaf that I want, because I don't want to leave any green on my red petals. I don't mind leaving red on the green petals because I can hide those. Okay. And this one's going to go further in. And we're going to snip right there. Okay, and then we'll gently pull that out. Okay. So now that we have this, I can do some lifting. Now this is a very thin pop dot, kind of like the Arteza stuff. Just gonna put one of those. Now it's exactly the same, so I'm gonna rotate it so that the petals fill in some of the other areas. Okay, just like that. Now with these, we can add a dab of glue, pop those in there. We can go in, nope, not there. We're gonna go maybe there, pop some glue in. Oh, I'll find my glue. So I took one and made into like little jigsaw pieces. Now here we're going to put the glue on the top. Okay. So that we can stick it. Nope, I didn't want it there, and I was trying to put it there anyways. Okay. So I just found another area to stick it. Right there. Not too worried about that other little bit, but we're going to put that right there. And glad I looked. My battery is dying. Pardon me while plug in my phone. Okay, and then again, we're going to put glue on the top, on the bottom. It won't take a lot. Oops, that is that set of flowers. Let's put you right here. Or is that set? Who knows? Just kind of glue that there. And then we're going to put some glue on the top of this one. And we're going to put that right here where I added some other leaves. Feathers. Keep wanting to say feathers. Again, with the glue on top. And it doesn't take a lot. That's the beauty of that. And then we're just going to stick that right there. And then this one's itty bitty teeny weeny. I am not even going to bother with that. But now we have that all beefed up and looking great. That just uses two of the bigger ones. Now, I don't know. You know what? No, I don't want that like that. I want this in a tighter formation, I think. Maybe do that way, and then maybe the bigger sprigs or piney cones. let them actually come off the page or off of that. Something like that. I'm not liking something on here. I'm not liking this. I will use this for something else, I think, but this is not quite what I need. So, or is it just too much? There we go. Okay. So I just need to snip off a corner of this. Okay. And there we go. When in doubt, cover it up. And am I worried that I just covered up all that work I did? Nah, it's practice. Oops, no. Color combo is actually really good because it matches the lighter colors of those. Okay. So now we go with these little guys. I'm still in debate over how these are gonna go. That's okay. I have time. Not much time. I've literally just launched into my hour. We are at an hour and 2 minutes. But in the end, we'll have, what, 6 cards? Okay. So I'm going to do, I think I am going to keep these little guys straight. I'm going to put you right there. And then I'm going to put you right there. Did you see that? I just glued that to the glass mat. Smart, I know. And then we're gonna do you right there. Okay. So we're gonna do that, and then you know what? Because I don't want to fussy cut that. Yep, I'm going to put another layer on because I can do that. Flip. Super thin. I've had these things for years. They look abused. Just like that. Oops. Just put that on the wrong side. But you know what? Is that going to be all right? I think so. I think maybe we need 2 though. Oh yeah, nice full one. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna get these guys down and then I will let you go. Or if you're still there, thank you for hanging out with me for the long haul. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but in my descriptions, if I have more than one thing going on, which happens a lot. I am posting the time frame at which the next item starts. So like in this video, I'll have the size of the card and then at what time the next one starts. So like the 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and then the time the second one starts. Okay, so I need to because I'm gonna pop that up too. Why not? Okay, cut this little booger in half. I don't know if you can hear my cat. She's just a little baby, but she's now in heat, so joys on that. We're trying to keep her as comfortable as possible. Whew, I've never had a cat do that. But hopefully we can get her in and get her fixed soon so she doesn't have to suffer through the next one. Okay. Alrighty. So we're gonna put those little boogers. I actually want these sticking out the same way. Can we cover that? So it kind of looks like it's one ginormous one. And then voila. Very pretty, I think anyways. So this is a way to do a little bit of fussy cutting and still be not so fussy cutting, because they do have a nice border. Again, if you don't want it stark white, do like we did in the other one, go over it with a little bit of green. Okay, just clean off your brush. It doesn't have to be perfect. Nobody's gonna really notice. And then you have cards. So what cards did we do today? Let's start. So we have the green 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Sorry, I keep flipping it over to look at the size. And then we have the red one. So that'll be in the description, like green 4 1/4, so you can pop through the video a lot faster. So always check the description if it's a long video, and save a little few minutes. And then we have the red and the green on the 6 by 6. These are, I just think it turned out so good. I love his purple bag. I kind of want to do some glitter on that or something. I'll have to think about that. And then our Slimlines. Oops, in this one, oh yeah, I think I'll just get another sheet of that and put it behind it. I'll have to cut into a new sheet though. I've actually used quite a bit of it. So, the card base is the 8 1/2 by 3 1/2. And that's what this will look like in the end when I put the backing on it. And I'll save the green Slimline and the red Slimline if you want to check them out. Thank you so much, my friends. I hope I have inspired you to use up some supplies in a different way and not exactly how they were meant to be used, and go get your fingers dirty and have some fun and be crafty. We'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.